Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome to Fiction After Lunch. I'm Mindy.
I have not prepared what to say when you say Mindy. This came too sudden.
Why? This is the introduction that we do every single episode.
I wasn't prepared.
Why are you not prepared?
You said we have to go back into English, and I thought you wanted to practice some English first.
Oh, okay,
You wanted to go directly into the episode. So, I guess, hi, I'm surprised.
Hello, surprised. How are you today?
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
surprised.
Nah.
Like, okay, just to go back, like every time when I do like the introduction for like a podcast episode, I think I do it very spontaneously. Like I have like one moment of silence before, and then I'm like, okay, hello, welcome.
Yeah.
And I think maybe for you and for Niona and everyone else who was a guest here on this podcast was a little bit surprised every time.
Yeah, perhaps.
Because it's like you have to get into the mood.
Yeah, I drink some more. I just went off camera for a moment. Already very professional.
Yes. Yeah, also for the listener and maybe for the people on YouTube, welcome back. We are now like living our VTuber life. Last episode we didn't record it with our characters and models because we had a guest. Yeah. And she doesn't have a model yet, and we are thinking of maybe drawing, like not making a model for her, but maybe include her as like a character, as a drawn character.
Yeah. Mindy will draw our guest, perhaps.
Yeah. Or we will just use like a Canva version of her, which is like already shown on Instagram, which is very, very cute.
Yeah,
it's like perfectly her style.
Yeah.
She's like very cool.
Yeah. She has sunglasses. And blonde hair. That's her.
Yeah.
That's Niona.
That's like her not specialty. Characteristics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her whole personality. That she wears sunglasses and has blonde hair.
Actually, I think I never saw her with sunglasses, by the way. It's just like she gives off this vibe of like being the girl who goes out like having her hair open and having sunglasses and being out in a tank top.
Yeah. I also never seen her in a tank top, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
now you know what Niona doesn't look like.
It's like, oh, the picture is just like the complete opposite of her.
Just doxing our friend. But she's not here today and we miss her very much, and hopefully she'll be back next episode, because next episode will also be a banger. Episode from Small Sam.
Yeah, I remember the last episode, which was like a normal chapter, and Niona and I went into a rebellious mode and we were like, Sam, why don't you include, like, why didn't you include the most important scenes? Yes. I didn't edit the episode yet.
Yeah.
Edited it. But
you said it right
correctly.
The first time.
I was thinking about it.
Thank you.
I didn't edit it yet. But I know from my feel that I had reading the chapter last time. Yeah. I know that Niona and I were very like, no! This was a mood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But today is also like the reason why Niona is not here is also because we don't read a normal chapter that Small Sam wrote.
Yeah. I mean, Niona could have been here if she had time, but I think she doesn't.
Yeah, I think it also like, because today we are reading an intermediate chapter again. Yeah. Which you advertised to me a lot of times.
I didn't.
Like after you wrote it, you were like, Mandy, we have to record. I was like, I'm not here.
You chose not to be here.
I had reasons. And you also had reasons. Like your events that you planned for 1 year. Yeah. Finally took place. Yeah. And how are your thoughts about it? How was sleeping in a tent without a sleeping bag, without a blanket, without anything during the night, without a toilet?
This wasn't the whole event, just to be clear. So we had an event where a lot of lectures were held over the course of 3 days. We had an evening program with music. We had special guests. None of them want to be on our podcast, but actually they did their own podcast in the basement of the building.
Oh really? Okay, that's really nice.
I can't say who because it would make obvious where we are, but yeah. A lot of things happened, and I was very stressed and very tired. Per day I got like 2 hours of sleep. And it was very cold, and I was under a lot of stress, and one thing that happened was one of the speakers had to be driven home, and I stayed with her for a moment. For a moment we were alone, and she smelled very nice, and I told her that she I think I phrased it a bit better, like, I like your perfume, and she was very happy about it. But the way I told it to Julia that was that I told the woman that she smells very nice. And she has like high position in the army.
Okay. This came unexpected, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just imagine you like last time when I think 2 episodes ago when like the character in the story, Trudy, was in the library and smelling the carpet.
Yeah.
I can imagine you going to the woman like, you smell good, you know? It's military.
Yeah, military person. Oops.
Whoopsie.
Anyway. Hey, the people went back to Julia and said that the military would like to sponsor the event next time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's really
imagine
cool.
that, but the thing also is that maybe it won't sit well with the students, because students are very left-leaning at our university, and they wouldn't like the military to sponsor us, because it's a very student-based thing that happens. So we have to talk about it some more.
Maybe they don't sponsor it like completely. Can you do it like when you do an event?
Of course.
You have several sponsors, right?
Yeah, we have several sponsors, but even if one of them is the military, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to talk it with like the people who are organizing it.
Also, there was another person. He was talking about. I don't know what he was talking about. But the guy who was responsible for him, his person who had to talk to him and drive him around.
You had like one lecturer and one had to drive him around, or?
No. Whoa. One person, you got assigned to a speaker. Mm-hmm. My speaker was the opening speaker, a very nice author, the nicest person in the world, possibly. But the guy who I want to talk about now, he
was a speaker, or?
Yeah, he was a speaker, and the person from our group assigned to him had to leave for a moment to talk to his dog, because the dog was getting a bit upset.
Oh, so was it the dogs that were always like at the like counter where people can sign in and sign out of the event?
Yeah, that's the dog. And I stayed with the speaker for a moment so he wouldn't stay there alone. And I'm very socially awkward. And also I didn't like him because he was talking about the theme I didn't like.
Oh, okay.
But I already knew his face because I was doing the posts for Instagram about him. Mm. So I explained to him that the dog was getting upset, and he was like, yeah, I know, my dog is the same. And I said, my dog is the same. And he was like, hi, my name is... And I replied, I know. And then I walked away.
What?
Yeah.
He
introduced himself, and I was like, I know. And then I walked away.
Why did you walk away?
I don't know. I just didn't like him.
But, like, when you... Like, okay, the guy who was responsible for the speaker just went away with his dog for a moment. Did he come back and you were like, okay, I also go now? Or was the speaker alone sitting there because you went away?
He was sitting there alone for a moment. I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
You could have also said, like, I know, but sorry, okay, I have to go somewhere else. And then you just go and get yourself a lemonade and drink.
No.
No, just like, I know, bye-bye. Not even bye-bye.
No. I know. And I went away. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I feel with the speaker.
I was nicer to the other speakers. And yeah, the author who was there was very nice and had an incredible speech. Because of course,
I would have loved to see this
bestseller authors, of course, they know how to write a speech. And yeah, the ending speech wasn't good at all.
Was it from the same one or was it from a different
No,
one?
from a different one. He was a politician.
Okay.
Yeah, most people who are not German wouldn't know which party it is anywhere, but it's such a boomer party. It's
okay, but there was a politician and he wasn't like good at the ending speech.
No.
An ending speech.
Yeah. And Julia was the person responsible for him.
Yeah, maybe we should have like mentioned in the beginning, Julia is the person that you have to work with. Maybe people who didn't listen to the last episode or something don't know.
Yeah, Julia is the person I have to work with.
Yeah. And you get along...
sometimes better, sometimes worse. It's very weird.
So, Julia was responsible for the politician?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And he really wanted this politician to be there. But it was not good.
Oh my. Yeah, I also went to like your event for one day. I would have loved to go there like all days, but unfortunately I had my... not unfortunately. I had my birthday during the time.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Another event you missed was the magician who was there.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
He was also very sweet. He gave me an autograph.
He will also join next year, so I'm like, even when I move away from here, I will still have to get here for the
magician. Not for me, just for the magician.
No.
Because I'll be back at the event next year also because I was voted into council. Mm-hmm. So I'll be back.
You'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
You have to work 1 year again for the next event.
For the opportunity to sleep in the tent again. It was supposed to be such a fun thing, and then only 3 of us stayed in the tent.
Only 3? Okay,
yeah,
really?
Only,
okay.
Yeah, only Julia, the tall guy with the glasses who we talked to on the picnic. Mm-hmm. I won't say his name, but you know who I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I know who you mean. He was very funny.
He was very funny.
I loved his jokes.
Yeah. He watches a lot of South Park. That's where the jokes are
coming
from.
I got the feeling. Because everything sounded like a quote.
Yeah,
it was like, exactly. Okay, but you're taking the good quotes.
Hopefully we'll have him as a guest someday.
Yeah, he's a possible guest, so look forward to the tall guy with glasses who does South Park quotes.
Yeah.
And so
he can also speak English.
That's good. Yeah. Julia cannot, right? Or doesn't want to.
No.
It would be so fun to invite Julia.
Listen. I gave him the opportunity to speak a character in the animation, and he said no.
I'm actually quite glad about this. I don't know why.
He has a nice voice, though.
Yeah, but
like he could have been the narrator. He has a very deep voice.
But yeah, you were talking about sleeping in the tent. So when was it? I think it was the last day from...
No. It was even afterwards. The last day we had live music, then we went home. And then we had the day where we started to pack everything up and bring it back to the office. And then in the evening we stayed overnight. Mm-hmm. In the tent, and it was very cold. We did have sofas, but I refused to bring blankets or a sleeping bag or anything else.
Yeah, I think you told me you just went with like your small bag or something.
Yes, my handbag.
Your handbag?
Yeah, I had my black handbag from my auntie in Spain. Shout out to her. Yeah, and I didn't pack anything because I was like, whatever. And then I slept on the sofa and I froze very much. And yeah, in the evening we ordered pizza there were 3 of us, and we had one family pizza and 2 large pizzas shared
For 3 people.
for 3 people.
Did you eat all of them?
Yeah.
What the?
I mean, maybe you know, but I'm a very small person, but the other 2 guys are very tall.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen them.
Because normally you don't eat so much, like, when we are eating lunch together, but maybe you were also, like, exhausted and stressed, and I can imagine you like, okay, give me 2 pizzas.
No, the other 2 were
The other
eating
2?
much. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was also exhausted, and I haven't eaten all day. I haven't eaten all week, probably. I didn't eat much.
Yeah, when I went to the event, like, I went for 1 day, which was actually my birthday, which was quite nice.
Yeah, hashtag happy birthday to Mindy.
Thank you! 2 weeks later, no? No. Yes. I think it's 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I went there, I helped with the event. I really liked it. I just came... Okay, I went to a concert 1 day before, therefore I couldn't join, like, on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was sleeping over at Miona's place, actually. And then in the morning, I drove back to, like, our town, where the event took place. And I remember your message was like, Mindy, come fast! Help us! I was like, okay, I try my best. Drive faster. And then, like, in my head, I actually planned, like, I will just go there, eat something, because it will be, like, lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
And then I relax and chill and talk a little bit with you or not. Depended if you had time. But then the first thing I had to do was like, Mindy, help in the kitchen. And they're like, okay. I actually liked working in the kitchen. It was really cool. The guy who was like supervising me was really giving me like, how could you say, reasonable tasks. So he was not like, I don't know. But he was like, okay, you can now do this. Now you can do this. So always, and he was really nice.
Yeah.
Like very friendly, and all the people there were also quite nice. I think I also had one awkward moment because the day before I went to a concert, I was very social, and on my birthday I was like very calm and like, okay, I'm not such in the mood to talk with people. And there was this one older like lady who was quite talkative, and I was working next to her, cutting some onions and, how's it called? Champignons. Mushrooms. And I was, like, not talking much. I was like, I'm tired, sleepy, and I would just do my work. And she was, like, always asking me questions about, like, what do you study? What are you doing? How are you? Who are you? And I was like, Mindy, physics.
Listen to my podcast.
Just listen to my podcast. I didn't know everything about me. And I had this awkward moment also. And I also, at some point, I was finished with my task. And then I asked the guy if I could, like, go and eat.
May I leave?
And he was like, no problem. And then I just left like, all people there, like, bye-bye. Not even saying bye-bye. I was just like, see you later. So this was, like, my personal, like, a little bit awkward moment because I was, like, not in the mood to talk. And I personally think it was okay. Like, when I don't really feel the mood to talk, then I'm like, it's okay. Yeah. But the event was really cool. They also had the talks that I saw. I cannot tell the details, but they were really, really cool. You invited such cool people on the days that I was there. I don't know about the other days.
The magician was there the other day. So they were also cool.
Yeah.
People. And also the author, who you also didn't see.
I saw the pictures. Like one friend of us who's actually listening to this podcast very extensively, where we are really, really thankful for. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to her. And she took pictures of the event.
Yeah. She took all the pictures, very nice pictures.
Yeah, and she also likes the pictures that you sent me where you were standing next to like the author who you are also a fan of. And the pictures looked very professional, like also where you had to give like something like this introduction speech or something.
Speech.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I mean, standing there at the microphone and...
Were you very nervous, by the way? Like, on the picture, you don't seem nervous.
I don't seem nervous on the pictures because I wasn't. He had very calm vibes, and we talked for about an hour before the speech started. So I, the day before, we picked him up from the railway station. Julia and I drove there and picked him up. And it was so awkward, the whole car ride, because I was very exhausted because I couldn't find him at the train station. It took a whole while to find him there. While he was driving through France, the train had no Verspätung. The train had no delay at all. But as soon as he entered Germany, there were delays, of course.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that there were delays and that he had to change a train. And I was waiting at the wrong
station number.
Yeah, at the wrong gate, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was I was so done when I was in the car. And we'd also been late because we had to pick up the rented car. And before you take the car, you have to make sure that there are no
issues with
the car.
Yes.
And Julia took a lot of time to look if there were no issues, because Julia is a perfectionist.
Which we actually established in the last few episodes where we talked. Actually, Julia really has to come into the podcast now. She's like our, how's it called? Internal guest.
Yeah.
Every time we talk about her,
it's
time she talks for herself. From her perspective.
Answer for her crimes. Yeah. And then we sat in the car. And the drive back was so awkward because I had no air left in my lungs because I was panicking so hard. What happens if the opening speaker doesn't arrive? And I was like, oh shit, I'm losing my absolute shit. And then I was sitting in the back seat because Julia told me that we shouldn't sit together in the back seat, the speaker and I, because there's not enough space. So the speaker sat in the front next to Julia.
Okay.
And
Julia was driving, okay.
Julia was driving, yeah. I mean, I guess the author was just very tired. And Julia was the one who kept talking, and he talked about the bikes which were driving past the car, that people are using a lot of bikes where we live. And also that he studies physics, and physics is on the mountain over there, and it has a very nice view. And
I think it makes sense that that he was trying to start some kind of conversation because it was kind of like your task. But it's also understandable that when you or the author didn't talk or so. Yeah. I think it was fine. He was trying to how's it called? Make it not as awkward. Yeah. But maybe the talking made it more awkward depending on the situation.
It made it a bit more awkward. Yeah, and then I brought him to the hotel, and the next morning I picked him up there, and we went and we talked a lot about writing, and he gave me advice on how to edit stuff, and he talked a lot about how to work with Verlagen. No.
The places where you can
publish your
publishers
books. Yes. With how to work with publishers, and as soon as you are a bestseller author, you can basically do and write whatever you want.
Okay.
Because if you work for a publisher as a normal author, they often tell you what to write.
Oh, you don't have the freedom about it.
Yeah, you don't have as much freedom as you would expect.
But isn't it that you have your story written or something, the book finished, and then you go to a publisher and say can you publish this for me? Here, read it, and then when they don't accept it, you go to a different publisher?
Yeah, but if you work for a This is getting boring now, isn't it?
I'm actually really curious about it, because we have a book that we want to write, and it might be interesting to see, like, okay, when we finish this book, then we go to maybe a publisher.
I don't think this will work because we're two Germans writing an English book.
Why doesn't it work?
First of all, you cannot go to a German publisher because they won't publish an English book. Then
Could we go to an international one?
Do we have to discuss this now?
Okay. Might be interesting. But yeah, you had like an eventful week. And now, finally, you have a little bit more time.
Yeah.
And you actually have now time for some animation.
Yes, I can work on the animation again, finally. Bro wrote to me and told me that he needs more of Jim's evil side. And it was very funny because Will wrote to me at the exact same time and sent me a meme.
What kind of meme did he send you?
I can show you. Editing Mindy, have fun at editing this right now. Because I have to show you which thing he sent to me. But I think I also sent it to you, if I'm not mistaken. But I had to laugh very loudly.
Yeah. Okay, I remember this one. Yeah,
it's a screenshot from the first animation we made. And it says Sam tries math, episode 1.
Instead of math.
Yeah.
And it really matches like the thumbnail. Where your character looks very...
confused.
Under drugs, yes.
I look confused.
You look confused. Yeah. So the animations are now finally in work again.
Yeah. A friend of mine who I've known for many years now. And who also was the person who drew the first fan art I ever received for one of my fan fictions, is now also working on the project. And I'm very happy about this, that Wine joined us. And they also sent me... Yeah, welcome! They also sent me some drawings already, and they look fabulous.
Oh, I'm so curious to see the animation. But yeah, I'm not allowed to see anything of it.
No.
I'm only allowed to see my own voice lines where I have to figure out what I'm actually saying and when I'm saying something.
Yes, I still have to send you the voice lines.
Yes. And also to Mick.
And also Mick, yeah.
Yes. And so animations, now podcast is going on again. I was also like not working on it for 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
But now we finally have a little bit more time.
Do you want to talk about the wedding?
Oh, true! What?
Yeah, I knew you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it right now. I wanted to go into the chapter now.
No, I think a lot of this is coming straight to Patreon.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me complaining about Julia, for example. In case she wants to.
But we already published some episodes, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Then afterwards we have to cut it out again. Like, okay, Julia is now part of here, we have to cut everything out and put it on Patreon. Or delete it.
I mean, he knows he's done some shit.
Okay, can we not talk about Julia for now? Because you already wanted to vent about it again.
Okay,
I can understand it, but we had like our 30 minutes of Julia today. So, I guess.
Come on, talk about the wedding.
Yeah. I went to a wedding last week.
Okay.
It was nice.
Nice.
I took a lot of pictures.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go!
Let's go! And
what did we eat for lunch?
the lunch was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We had quesadillas, right?
Yeah, we had quesadillas.
I didn't fold them like the typical square-sized quesadillas, but we had it like with beans, tomatoes, onions, a lot of cheese. Corn. What else? And then we put it like on the tortilla wraps.
Yeah.
Folded them. And we ate them also with self-made rucola pesto, which I made. Which was really nice. Like it was the first time that I ever managed to make like my own pesto. Yeah. Because I finally understood like how my, how's it called? Destroyer machine works. I don't know how to say this. Food processor. This is the word. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I have a food processor and
Destroyer machine!
I actually like my definition more, because it actually feels like it. You put stuff inside, it doesn't matter like how big it is, and then it just like destroys it, like when you like cuts it into small pieces.
Okay.
Yes. I can hear the scream of the rucola. No, turn it on.
Okay.
Sam is already like, can we talk about something else? And then we actually had a dessert, which was really, really cool. Like, we had this Madeleines? How do you pronounce them, actually? Madeleine from France. And we had we had oranges and kiwi. Puts them into a pan, heats the pan, and then put
sugar.
Sugar, just powder sugar, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we put this on the Madeleine, and it was really, really good. First time that I actually heat up like oranges or kiwi.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I never did this before. Like, normally my fruits are like, I normally don't, or put them in a cake. This is the only way where I ever like ate them in a warm version.
No, I put fruit in a...
Sam is like, I don't
I'm so done with this conversation already.
We can also now finally talk about the intermediate chapter, which we wanted to read for several weeks now. Or 2 weeks, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm really curious to see what you wrote.
Okay.
I guess there will be some kind of connection to the last intermediate chapter.
Yes, there will be. And you hyped it up so much, and now I'm not sure anymore if it's that good.
Oh no! Let's see if it's good or not.
Yeah.
Maybe afterwards you will leave my apartment like crying.
Yeah, perhaps.
Like every time.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go into it. Woo.
The chapter is called The Bad Neighbor.
I cannot think of any person right now.
Okay.
Who's reading?
I'm reading narrator.
Perfect.
Kurt was unhappy. It was the first feeling he had when he was dragged out of a dreamless sleep by the noises of the neighbor. He had lived in this house for 60 years and never had a worse neighbor. So unconventional, so annoying. It was still in the morning and the sun had not risen yet. The light of the street lamp... Mindy...
Yeah, I was thinking of a different way to scroll, but I only have my mouse right now. Because the mouse, people on YouTube can see, like, when I scroll only a little bit down, it goes, like, several lines.
Yeah.
And normally I like it when it's, like, only one line, but yeah, nothing I can change right now, so I have to accept it.
Okay. Yeah. The light of the street lamp fought its way through the blinds inside and striped the ceiling in the colors of coal and ashes.
Oh, nice description.
Thank you. He turned on the lamp on the table next to the bed. His eyes burned, and the bedroom didn't look any less miserable. Under the new landlord administration, no one seemed to care about the noises keeping him up. With a heart-wrenching groan, he got up and left the bedroom, covered in a grey bathrobe. All of his bones ached with the exhaustion of another sleepless night.
So, okay, Kurt.
Yeah, new character.
He is. Whoop whoop. Hello, Kurt. And he is a neighbor who is like very loud, I guess.
Yeah.
And therefore he cannot sleep.
Yes.
For several nights already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, he said as soon as the bathroom was finally free. His daughter didn't reply, only leaving a cloud of rose perfume behind.
Wait a moment.
No, Mindy is thinking very hard because I gave her a bottle of rose perfume.
Yes.
No. His daughter is not Mindy. I want to say.
Yeah, I want to say, we already know that it's Bruno, so this is very weird.
Yeah. What? No.
Ah, no.
No.
Wait.
Wait.
Eh?
Wait, what were the names?
No.
No. What? Another plot twist. Bruno had an affair.
No, I just remember the scene like from the first season where we talked about...
I think Carl was the name we chose for your dad.
I actually don't know we chose any name for the parents.
Yes, we did. We did actually. We chose the names from Why Women Kill Simone and Carl.
Okay.
For Mindy's parents.
Because I don't remember these names, so I was like, okay.
No, I even made, I don't know what it's called. I drew a picture with all the names and relationships and stuff.
Yeah, I know you showed it to me, but it's also like almost 1 year ago, I guess.
Mindy, pay attention.
Pay attention! Remember what happened 1 year ago.
Yeah, please.
Okay, but we know Bruno is not her dad. So, and this guy is also not the name of the father of Mindy, but we have other daughters in the story.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Was the noise keeping you awake as well? He asked, but she had already left. With a sigh, he looked into the mirror. A face he no longer recognized stared back with dark eyes.
Why isn't he calling the police? Like, when the neighbor is so loud during the night, he can just like, okay, call the police.
You see later.
Did he already try and it didn't work, maybe? Or the police never came back out of the apartment?
You'll see later.
Is it Lucy? What?
The intro music of some bloody anime blood through the thin walls, and Kurt cringed. It had gotten even worse since the weird, tall, blonde girl had moved in or visited or whatever. He had only seen her from afar one night, but he could have sworn her green eyes had been glowing in the dark.
So I'm the neighbor. So it's Mindy. Because I think she's the only character in the story where it was mentioned that she actually watches, like, anime. Or is there, like, another character who likes to watch anime? Bloody anime, especially.
Yeah, the way you said it is a bit weird. But tall blonde girl, that's not Mindy. That's, of course...
Ah, but I thought...
Tall blonde girl with green eyes, who's that?
Tall blonde girl.
Yeah. Paula!
After she already transformed? Yes.
Yes, she has already transformed.
Ah, okay.
Has she not? Yes, she has. She
yes, true. When it's after when it's after the prison, like chronologically, then she already transformed. Ah, okay. So it's actually Paula.
She transformed in the part Mindy wrote.
Hmm.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
She also already transformed in the animation.
Oh yeah, Paula is like... I completely forgot about her. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
So I guess, she visits Mindy.
Yes. Because where else should she go while Jim is in prison?
So she's not yet, like, playing the role of Lisa as Walter's daughter.
Of course
because
not.
Because he was, like, said in the last episode.
Yes, he's still looking for Lisa.
Mm.
And there was no opportunity for Paula to become his daughter.
Mm. And we also don't know, like...
first have to happen, Mindy. Yeah.
No, it's just interesting to see, like, where it is right now, chronologically. So it's right in between, so there will be maybe some stuff happening that leads to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
He heard laughter. 2 little girls? Not 1, but 2. 1 had already been quite bad. The volume of the TV got turned up even louder, penetrating his thoughts. Fleeing from the noise of an incredibly traumatizing plot, he hurried to get dressed and pack his things for work. But there was no way to drown out the neighbor's TV, which was drilling its way through his skull and into his brain.
I like the way you describe it.
Yeah. After packing up their belongings, the 2 main characters purchased their airplane tickets to leave the city. However, one of them notices that she left her wedding ring back at the apartment, so they go back to retrieve it. As the 2 of them are about to leave the apartment together, they are confronted by one of the antagonists who had figured out their address from a photo. After that, things get worse and most of the characters get killed.
Wait!
Which is it? Which anime is it?
Is it a real one?
It's a real one.
Okay, wait. Okay. So we have...
Maybe scroll a bit down.
No, let me just think. So we have two main characters?
It just gives another clue. It doesn't resolve it. Kurt had listened to this episode too many times, and at this point he just wanted to scream. He left the apartment he shared with his mother and his daughter without breakfast earlier than necessary to go to work. I didn't write down what I actually wanted to write.
And most of the characters get killed. Wait.
It's at the ending of the anime.
So, did we watch it together?
Did we? I know that you know this anime.
But a wedding ring? Did he leave the apartment there? Confronted by one of them.
Mindy is thinking.
I don't no, I actually don't know right now.
Do you need another clue?
Yes.
We watched one episode together.
One episode?
Yeah.
No. Wedding ring? I know that we watched this happy anime.
It is the happy anime.
Is it the Happy Sugar Life one? No.
Yes.
Yes, there was a wedding ring mentioned?
It's from the Wikipedia article. I didn't watch it, I could not.
But there was no wedding ring somewhere, I guess.
It's what it says on the...
Okay, I don't remember all the details anymore.
Okay.
But most of the characters get killed, what the hell? I know how the anime, ends and everything, and this description seems very weird. Because they actually don't take any airplane tickets or anything. This doesn't seem like the description of this anime.
Stop the podcast. We have to.
Oh, wait. No. She didn't went back to get the wedding ring. Okay, this might be spoilers actually also. So cut. In the story itself, at the end, the two main characters who are these two girls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about the airplane tickets, but I know that in the moment when they went out...
Yeah. They get confronted.
Yeah, the brother from the kidnapped girl who is with this girl...
Yeah.
Is there, and he's confronting these two.
Yeah.
And then there's a fight scene, everything, and then all characters go to the roof.
Yeah.
And then actually the characters kill themselves. Only one character gets killed. As far as I know.
And some other characters get killed as well.
During the story, the main character...
At the ending of the story.
I don't think that the brother got killed.
I think only the little girl survived.
I'm not really sure anymore. I know, the little girl survives.
And maybe the brother, but there was also a thing where the aunt dies and...
Yeah, because the house is on fire.
Yeah.
Actually. Where the aunt
most
is
characters
also dying.
die.
Okay.
Don't argue with me.
Okay, welcome back. We just had a fight about what is right and what not. No, not actually a fight. We were talking about what actually happened, and because all of these are spoilers for the actual anime, we will not go into details.
Don't watch it. I just spoiled everything.
I watched it, but I don't recommend watching it when you have an unstable mind, I would say.
Thank you.
What?
Okay. Let's continue.
No, it wasn't meant like this, but yeah, let's continue.
The front window, so we have a scene change.
Mm-hmm.
The front window of the shop he usually bought hot dogs for lunch for later that day was covered in the face of the little girl who had gone missing.
Oh.
His heart ached in a familiar way. Kurt knew what it felt like to lose a child.
Oh no. So he had also 2 daughters.
Or 2 children.
Yeah.
He didn't want to imagine what he would do if he also lost his other child as well. He didn't know how he would continue. Of course, he had tried to help find the missing girl for a while, but too many children went missing in this town. Soon little Lisa would be just another name in a statistic.
This is very depressing.
Yep. As he walked... Yep!
Yep, let's continue.
Yeah.
Like, this is typical vibes that we have in this podcast, right? Oh yeah, this is where we said, but yeah, let's continue.
I think I was sad while writing this.
Oh no.
A person who will not be named again made me sad. Okay. As he walked through the half-empty supermarket, he noticed a boy who was buying sweets and scissors. Kurt found this rather suspicious. Sure, it was a long shot to assume someone dubious was a kidnapper just because they were buying sweets, but kids ate sweets, and there was no better way to lure kids away from the home than to give them sweets, and the tired man shook his head. Kurt could practically feel his own mental health declining as he walked, but he decided to follow him around a little anyway. The boy was walking between the aisles, apparently aimlessly, until he disappeared between shelves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would also find it very suspicious if you, like, buy sweets and scissors. Like, how many scissors is he buying? How many do you think? Like, boxes of scissors.
Oh, come on.
Wait, what happens if, like, the scissors break?
He has as many scissors as Mindy has knives.
Boxes of scissors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kurt gave his best not to lose sight of him, but he wasn't successful. After a few minutes and completely out of breath, Kurt leaned against a shelf stacked... Sorry. Kurt leaned against a shelf stacked with canned tomatoes. He coughed and pain pierced through his head. Of course, he knew that his health was rapidly declining due to stress and malnourishment, but there wasn't really anything he was willing to do about that at the moment. His phone rang, but he ignored it. Ignored it like it was just another bad symptom. When I read it out loud, this is so much more depressing than when
This is so sad. Also, like, I find it really interesting, like, that the thought process also is written down from Kurt. Like, okay, you read it as, like, the reader, but then you see, okay, it's the thoughts of Kurt that you get like lured into, and also thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it interesting that he is following the boy around. Okay, you wrote it down like, yeah, I just follow him a little bit and see like what happens still in the supermarket, and that this already is like stressing him a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have to think like he didn't sleep like several nights, so I can understand that he's like maybe also a little bit confused and doesn't do like the most rational steps. But yeah, poor Kurt.
Yeah. Then there was the blonde teenager in the ugly grey polunder again, standing in the line in front of him.
Oh, it's Paula, right? No, blonde? No, it's boy.
Ugly grey polunder. Mindy is thinking. I give her some time.
He has blonde hair. Is it him?
Yeah.
Oh! I like that he's also very subjective on the fashion. Like, a little bit like Trudy, like, oh yeah, he's wearing an ugly grey polunder.
Yeah.
Living in this terrible house. Okay. So we have God now.
Yeah. Since the queue was long and the cashier was rather unmotivated, Kurt had more than enough time to observe the suspicious boy.
Wait, so it was also Gordon who, like, got the sweets and scissors?
Yeah.
What?
He seemed nervous and kept looking at his watch, and in between he was biting his nails and fidgeting around. Then he paid for his items in cash. Of course he paid in cash.
I like this comment. Okay.
Kurt coughed into his tissue and his vision went blurry. He blinked the fog away.
Cashier.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of character is a cashier?
You have one line, Mindy.
I have one line. You had one job.
Put your heart into it and just read it.
But the cashier sound, yeah.
Yeah.
How is it dollars, right?
Canadian dollars.
Canadian dollars?
Yeah.
3.5?
Read it however you want.
You gave me not enough money. Give me
Okay.
more.
The cashier lied. Sorry, Kurt mumbled as he reached for more change. Out of the corner of his eyes, he watched the boy leave the supermarket. He would have loved to stick around and watch out if the kid was up to no good, but just as he handed the cashier his money, his phone rang. This time he took the call, answering it in an annoyed tone. Then his face dropped even further. Something bad had happened at work.
What? Okay. Okay, first of all, I really like that he is playing like this detective, and afterwards he's like, okay, let's see where the boy is now going. I follow him around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and something bad happened
Yeah.
at work. We don't know what he's working, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't mentioned.
Let's stop here.
Okay.
What do you think about Kurt so far?
He's very pessimistic.
But he's
And has-
also very sick.
yeah, he's very sick. Like, the first sentence,
Yeah.
before the cashier said anything, he was coughing,
Mm-hmm.
and his vision went blurry, which is already indicating that he's, like, not... Okay,
He's not doing too peachy.
yeah, he's not doing good. It could be that he's, like, if you don't sleep well, and maybe you only sleep 1 hour every day, it's like, it can get really into your health.
Yeah.
You didn't age. I know that it's like also connected with your week that you had.
Yeah.
I think you talked about your experiences here.
Yeah. Listen to it on Patreon. We don't leave this in the episode.
And what else did he say? He didn't mention like that he had any. No, he mentioned that he had symptoms, but he never went to like
To a
maybe the doctor. He
Yeah,
just
he
ignored
ignored.
it,
Mhm.
which is also like an indicator that he might have some sickness, which was not detected, because he never went to the doctor apparently.
Or he went to the doctor, but there's nothing he can do.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
could be. And
So he's just ignoring the doctor. Whatever. But we don't know that.
yeah,
Not
and
yet.
but I found it interesting. So he's like pessimistic, sick and everything,
Mm-hmm.
exhausted,
Yeah.
but he still has like the energy. He's very observative, I would say. He's looking at like what this boy is doing, and he's like also thinking about like the missing girl Lisa and trying to help, as he mentioned. So I think he's still like a kind guy who is like trying to observe like his surroundings and maybe try to take care of stuff himself. Like, yeah, let's see if this boy is up to no good. Maybe I can stop him or something. So yeah, even when he's like very sad and like not even, but I think he tries to do the right thing. So I kind of like it.
Okay.
Let's see if he's the evil guy or something. Okay, don't spoil anything.
He closed his eyes. I'll be there in 10. Scene change.
Okay. Okay. What? Okay. What?
Do you want me to read Martin or?
I think last time you did it very good. Like Martin was like this.
Okay.
What was it again? Very bitchy kind of.
Yeah,
Oh,
Martin.
yeah.
Okay. Martin is Jim's cellmate. For those who don't remember.
Yes. I think it's nice if we stick like to the same.
Okay. I didn't kill him,
Perfect.
Martin emphasized. Where's Mr. Nasium? Kurt sounded tired. Prisoners going missing happened now and then, and it was always quite a bit of paperwork. Martin shrugged, and Kurt gave him a stern look. This look grew more exhausted by the second. Usually, interviews were to be done in pairs, but Christine had been fast asleep in the break room, and he did not have the heart to wake someone who could actually find sleep. Actually, he had tried to wake her, but there was no chance of waking her to the point that he had to look for a pulse, and was relieved when he found it.
This is like so much. This is like, you could have just said, yeah, she slept in the break room. But I like that you included all these details. That he actually had to look for her pulse and everything, and was relieved afterwards. Like, so many like details which are like not important for the story, but I like that you did it. Put it here. Makes it very funny to read it.
Yeah. Now he sighed again, jealous of his colleague's ability to find rest. What happened to your cellmate, Martin? Squeezed through between the bars and ran away, Martin said, raising his hands defensively.
Like maybe in the last scene. Maybe after the last scene where Martin was like, oh yeah, I'm a little bit hungry, let me take a snack off you. Let me bite you.
Let me take a snack off you.
I would have also tried to go through the bars. But the bars, like, okay. I can imagine Jim, who is like not a human, that he's slithery. No, how's it called?
Slithery.
No, that he's able to squeeze through it, maybe because his bones are different build or anything, or he doesn't have bones. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know the details of the anatomy of Jim, so it might be possible.
What did you do with his body, Martin? Did you eat him? I did no such thing, Martin said, and sounded more offended than he had any right to be. Kurt sighed again and let his tired gaze wander across the room, before he rubbed his eyes in an attempt to make himself focus again. Martin waited patiently for further questions. They were alone in the interview room of the minimum security prison.
Minimum security prison?
Again, he reminded himself that this was against protocol. But where they were, people didn't care much about protocol. Usually, one of the lamps above them would flicker and give the room a nice, eerie touch. But due to budget cuts, the lamp was completely dead, leaving only one other lamp above the table to illuminate the room.
Wait.
What?
I can imagine the prison. The minimum security prison is like, okay, we have to build an atmosphere.
Yeah.
We have to build in lamps with flicker.
We need to have lamps that flicker, but now we can't afford them any longer.
So just cut off all of the electricity.
Yeah.
I like the vibe of this prison. It's like, yeah, we don't even care. People can go through the, like, squeeze through the bars, human or alien, I don't care. Like, yeah, it kind of resembles the vibe of the city itself, right? Like, where the police are also like, yeah, we don't really care, we do something for 5 minutes and then we drink beer or something. So, it's interesting to see, like, this vibe.
Kurt looked into the serial killer's dark brown eyes. He wanted to sound reassuring, but the words came out more sarcastic than he intended. Then, explain to me what happened. This is a safe space. Pour your heart out. They stared at each other until Martin threw his hands up. Fine! Jimothy was annoying me and I was totally ready to eat him, but just before I could eat him, he walked backwards between the bars and was gone.
Sounds right, I would say.
How would this even be possible? He's just a little guy. Martin looked away and licked his lips.
Ugh.
Kurt leafed through his notes. His eyes landed on a picture of Jim. Okay, fair enough.
Right? Okay.
He little guy, you know. He can just walk through between the bars like in a cartoon. He just can just walk through.
I have this picture in my mind actually. It's like, but when you're working in this prison and you put this person in a cell, you can consider that they can squeeze through, right? But yeah, it's a minimum security prison. They don't care, maybe.
Also, Martin killed like 27 kids or something. And he's in a minimum security prison.
It doesn't look good, like, for this town.
No.
I can imagine not only Jim, like, now escaping, but also other people. Maybe Martin will escape.
Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Maybe he will just open the door, actually, because it's not even closed or something. Like, oh, yeah, I could have
to lock it.
Yeah, I forgot it. Okay. So, Jim is free.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How long was he actually in prison? How much time do we think? It's between now?
A few weeks, perhaps.
A few weeks only, okay.
I mean, we can still decide.
Timothy should be in child prison.
Ah, no, you forgot this part.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the mouse doesn't work well. Okay. Yeah.
Kurt thought about the cold hot dog that was hopefully still waiting for him. After arriving at his office, he had put the hot dog and his snack in the fridge. Like every Friday, he expected it to be gone by 4, as soon as his colleague Louis' shift would start.
All of these details. I think the hot dog will be gone.
Yeah.
I think Jim will eat it.
Okay.
Eat it.
Yeah.
Timothy should be in child prison, Martin said.
They have a child prison?
Yeah. Scroll. He can't. Budget cuts.
What the hell?
The child prison at the other end of town was chronically overbooked, just like the orphanage, and the prison in the neighboring city. Those were marks the war had left.
They actually have a child prison.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we also have like facilities where youth are sent.
yeah, if they're like problematic or something, but it's not really
not problematic. I think problematic isn't the right word in this context. I mean, Mindy is quite problematic sometimes.
Do you think they should put me in child prison? Or they...
Since you are, how old are you? You should be in child prison, Mindy.
Yes, I'm not 29 anymore. Even now, people think I'm under 18. When I try to buy some stuff, I still have to show my card.
Yeah.
With the age on it.
Miss, don't buy alcohol. We have to send you to child prison.
And I'm like, look at my card. Having a really deep voice.
Excuse me, please proceed, Grandma.
Oh my god. Okay. And...
Sorry.
They have a child prison. I'm still...
I mean, why not? We know there is an orphanage. Mindy has been at the orphanage for a moment.
Yes, she was adopted.
Yes, she was adopted, but there were a lot of kids who are orphans because of the war, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Should I continue?
Yes.
Okay. Of course. Martin crossed his legs. Kurt scribbled something in his notes to appear like he was being professional about this situation. But where do you think he went?
Isn't that your job to find out?
Kurt would have loved to have a good reply to that. Instead, he stayed silent.
He's probably crawling through the ventilation system.
Martin finally leaned forward, whispering as he gestured upwards. I can hear him right now. Coincidentally, noises could be heard from above.
Jim falls back into like the room. Falls from the roof.
Kurt thought about resigning. He was so fed up with all his colleagues doing the bare minimum at this minimum security prison.
Yeah.
He was tired because of the noise from his neighbours kept him up all night. Tired of the way everyone treated him. Tired of the whole legal system. His head hurt.
He's thinking about a lot.
Yeah. We are done here, Kurt suddenly said. He placed both his hands on the table as if he wanted to push himself up, but all the strength had left his muscles. Already? Shit, sorry. Already? I was just starting to have fun.
I'm a little bit... Okay.
What?
Before I continue scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried for Kurt.
Why?
He's not a character who is appearing in future anymore. And he's now in one room with a serial killer who's very hungry. I don't know if this will...
You know me.
And he's very sick, the Kurt guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to push himself up, but all the strength had left his muscles.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's falling down.
Mm-hmm.
And then Martin gets like a fork and a knife.
And a spoon.
And a spoon. Organs. Please no.
Do you like Kurt?
I liked him, I guess.
Thank you for your time. Kurt then added a little sarcastically and closed the fire that had been lying in front of him. Don't you worry, I have all the time in the world. Kurt felt the room getting warm and then cold. The ventilation system was probably broken. I'll bring you back to your cell, he said curtly. Kurt wanted to stand up, but his surroundings felt like they were shaking.
I hope it's the real surroundings and not his body giving up.
Martin didn't seem to notice that as he sighed, "Home, sweet home!" The serial killer stood up slowly and walked around the table, which reminded Kurt that he had forgotten to handcuff him to said table, like it should have been procedure.
No! Why? There are so many hints.
Yeah.
Which go into a bad direction.
If you want to call it that, Kurt said flatly. His headache was getting worse, and he felt like the weight of the air around him was pressing him into his chair. It's probably not as pretty as your home, and less lonely, Martin said and leaned against the table next to him. For someone being in prison for eating people, he was very slender. He ran a hand through his coat.
Why are you describing the serial killer who ate children? It is very...
Sometimes when I read stuff out loud, I don't know why I wrote it like that.
I like that
it completely changes the tone of the whole thing.
It does, actually. Like, Martin is already like... I actually like his... Like... Okay. What he does and how
Not
he
cool.
behaves.
Very cool.
Very cool. He's very chill and everything. And he's kind of funny. So he's like a comedic character.
Yeah. He's the comic relief.
Relief character. And now you're starting to define this character as slender and he ran a hand through his curls and he's very... I can imagine him now like very handsome and I'm the cool serial killer guy. Yeah. Yes.
And also look how I run a hand through my curls. I'm not handcuffed. Because you cannot run a hand through your curls. When this was what I wanted to say through this. He ran a hand through his curls. Look at me, I don't have handcuffs.
Okay.
Because it looks very weird when your hands are cuffed together and you try to fix your hair.
But maybe he can do it in a cool way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way you describe it, like only reading the sentence, it gives you a more like doki doki feeling for Martin.
Doki doki. Okay.
So my heart is beating for Martin.
Okay.
But maybe not as well.
Okay.
Oh, actually, there's one anime.
Yeah.
Which I watched. several years ago.
Okay.
Which is about a serial killer.
Yeah.
In something like a prison.
Yeah.
And he's really cool and handsome, I have to show it.
Okay. We can
This
watch
is
it
my type of
afterwards.
guy.
We can watch it afterwards.
Alright, it's very, very cool, but also
Okay.
kind of depressing. But
Okay.
very cool. I like serial killer. We can watch it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Kurt cleared his throat and looked away as he mumbled. You wouldn't be lonely in your cell if you stopped eating your cellmates. Touché! Martin gave him a toothy smile.
Is this maybe the reason why they are putting, like, also Jim, who killed, like, 20 children or something, in the same
Yeah,
cell? Just
they're
so, okay,
like-
just kill him, because we are not
Yeah.
allowed maybe to kill him.
yeah, we can't have a death sentence in this state. You take care of this.
Yeah. Coincidentally,
Yeah.
he was killed by his cellmate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not to get political, but I think in some countries they actually do that. Sorry.
I can imagine this, actually.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
It sounds weird, so let's
Okay.
continue.
Before Kurt could worry about being the next on the menu, his phone beeped and distracted him. He glanced at the text message before he put it away again. My daughter failed her math exam again. You have kids? I kill you, then I kill them. That's how it works. Let me tell you what happens next.
Looking for an escape now. Oh no! Okay. Okay, let's go do this.
I have a daughter, he said before he could stop himself. Oh, it must be hard to be a single dad.
Why are you making so much small talk with him? No.
Is it getting uncomfortable?
It was uncomfortable from the beginning. But it gets more and more uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was the aim. Okay. Yeah, Kurt replied honestly. Children are often so ungrateful when you eat them. Maybe he only eats ungrateful children.
But he wanted to eat Jim.
Jim is also ungrateful.
That's true.
Yeah.
But did he... so all the cellmates he ate before,
Yeah.
they were also adults, right? Because I guess the children are put into, like, the child prison.
Yes. Perhaps,
So
we
he's
don't
not
know.
only eating children, but maybe he got so hungry that he also ate adults now.
Perhaps. I mean, yeah.
He has to.
Adapt. Adapt to the situation.
Yeah, this is what you should do. Like, if you cannot eat the children anymore, just eat the adults. Adapt to your situation. You don't stop.
Also, trigger warning cannibalism, I guess.
Since last
Episode.
episodes, every
Yeah.
episode now.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is very rude. Kurt mumbled. He didn't want to talk about it, and yet he needed to talk about it. He craved for someone to listen, and as Martin just looked at him silently, Kurt continued to talk. I work all day to provide for her, and all she does is complain. She doesn't appreciate me. No one appreciates me. Kurt had to cough into his tissue again. Okay. There was a little blood when he observed it.
What?
I could appreciate you, Martin said softly. Kurt stared at the prisoner. You know what is written in your file, in your psychological assessment.
Why does okay, I think it will be described in the next sentence, but it's very weird that Martin is like, yeah, you are my guard, and I don't know like how much he actually interacted with Kurt.
I mean,
This is very weird.
I mean, it seems like they've interacted before, and maybe
if he doesn't plan on killing him, because what will he do if he kills him, and then what does he do next? Maybe he just wants a way out.
Yeah, just getting on the good side of him, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Martin laughed, and it echoed through the room. They say I have an unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require constant excessive admiration. They say I have difficulty managing my emotions and behavior. I experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change.
Yeah, actually adapted quite good, I would say.
They say I have a lack of empathy for others and I don't learn from mistakes or punishments. I also see myself a bit in this. Actually, I see myself quite a lot in this.
Do you require... Okay, let's do a psychological assessment of Sam now.
Yeah.
So, do you have an unreasonable high sense of self-importance?
I actually do remember just earlier when you said we almost reached our goal on Ko-Fi, and I was like, I almost reached our goal on Ko-Fi.
But it's actually true, because you're doing the work, the main work.
But it would have been polite to just let you say we.
Yeah, okay.
I shouldn't have said it. I realized in the moment after I said it that it was quite mean to say.
Actually, okay, I didn't took this as mean, like, because I felt what I said was mean. Okay. And do you require constant, excessive admiration?
Yes, I do, and I don't get along with people who don't admire me, you know that.
Do you think I admire you?
Yes, I do, actually. Do you not? Wait.
Holy Sam, you're a perfect being.
Thank you.
I think this goes a little bit above where... No. Lower than friendship, maybe? Because it's, like, very one-sided? You should also admire me, by the way. A little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I just made the gesture for a little bit.
A little bit.
For those listening.
Even like on our models it doesn't work.
Yeah, I can't raise my hands.
Yeah, maybe in future.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and the next thing, do you have difficulty managing your emotions and behavior?
Yes.
I can see this a little bit.
Yeah.
You're very emotional and sensitive, I would say.
Yep.
Do you experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change?
Yes.
Lack of empathy for others? I wouldn't say.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say you know how some people feel, or like your behaviors are maybe like sometimes conflicting for the other party, but I would say that you can like get why some people feel sad or something.
Not really.
No?
Absolutely.
I feel like for me, you often know how I feel.
Because I know what happens. I know, a bad thing happened to Mindy. This means she is sad. But if you were sad for a reason I didn't know, I wouldn't know.
So it's more like you don't feel like when someone is sad sitting to you?
I do not.
Okay. I actually don't know about myself. We have to go through it also for myself, I guess.
Okay.
And you don't want to learn
from mistakes
or punishments.
No.
No? Why not?
I've never learned from mistakes. I make the same mistakes always a few times, just to be sure.
Just to be sure that it was really a mistake?
Yeah.
Oh no. So Martin is you? Did you also eat small children as you were young? I know that there was like a child, not prison, maybe prison in your village.
What?
Dieses...
Oh, no, in the castle, this wasn't a... what?
Psychological department or something.
Yeah, psychiatry. And
yeah.
No, that's not for children specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it could have been fun.
It could have been fun. Okay, let's make a psychological assessment of you now.
No, I think we only... Okay. Well, what would you
No.
say? Do you think I have an unreasonable high sense of self-importance?
Absolutely
Look at me.
not. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do I require constant, excessive admiration?
No, you don't.
I actually admire myself as much.
Yeah, and that's enough for you, and I don't have to do it. Still, I do admire you, but I never have the feeling you need other people to admire you.
That's true. Like,
or is it my lack of empathy talking now?
I think when people do some compliments for me, I feel like, oh, thank you. I feel very like honored by it.
Yeah,
but it's not like I need it.
Yeah, you don't brag about things. You have a very different way of talking. You talk about things that interest you, but you don't do it in a bragging way. You do it in a way, yeah, I'm very interested in Japanese culture. Let me tell you everything about Japanese culture.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't do it for the purpose of having people admire you or admire it, but you do it for yourself. That's the feeling.
Yeah, because I want to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And when the person is not interested in it, then I'm like, okay, yeah, then I don't talk about it.
Yes.
And then let's talk about something that you're interested or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty managing my emotions and behavior.
I find it concerning that you never get angry.
Really?
I've never seen a person who doesn't get angry at all.
Yeah, you don't do anything to make me angry, I guess.
I mean, other things had happened that I didn't do to you that would have made me so angry, but you never get angry.
I get angry, but it really depends. Like, I have a low, how's it called? A high acceptance rate,
Yeah.
I would say. Like, for stuff that can happen, it's more like, okay, yeah, it's happened. I cannot change it, so just leave it be.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's something in my control, then I try to change it normally.
Yeah.
And then I don't get angry because I put my anger into, like, activity.
Mm-hmm.
And try just to everything to make the thing work or something. But when, for example, Mac can make me really angry sometimes.
Meg also can make me angry.
It's more like when he teases me too much, like, or says stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, normally I just tell him, stop it. And then he stops it, but when he continues it, because he's like in some kind of crazy mood or something, then I can get really angry and I'm like, I shut the door or something. And normally I manage my emotions when I just be in my room, cry, or sing out very loud, like some kind of heavy metal music or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wah!
Wah!
Wah! Or I scream at him like, stop it!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As a child, I had really strong difficulty in managing my emotions. I was bubbling up everything, and then when there was like one thing that happened, I exploded, and normally I threw stuff at people or destroyed things.
But this is normal for children.
Yeah, I had this actually until I was 20, I guess.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I just learned with Mac how to manage my emotions a little bit better because I was living with him and I destroyed some stuff and then it was like, okay, sorry that I'm destroying your stuff now. Actually destroyed some beautiful vases.
Vases.
Vases with flowers inside.
Mm-hmm.
And he had strong memories and emotions to it. I was feeling so guilty about it that I was trying to manage my emotions in a better way.
Okay.
And since then, it got better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not destroying stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I actually did maybe in the last year was to destroy ice cubes. Which is
that's a good thing.
That's actually an advice from me. When you're really angry and you have the urge to destroy something, and for me it was normally like, how's it called, remote controls, anything that I had with me. Sometimes I threw my phone, which was not good. And when you want to throw something for your phone, throw your stuff on the bed or on something soft, so that the stuff don't get destroyed, or just destroy stuff which you can destroy, like rip apart pieces of paper or something, write the name of a person on it which you don't like, and then destroy it several times, burn it or something, or ice cubes.
When I get angry, I don't destroy things. I haven't done it in a very long time, and I don't usually do it. I've never really done it. What I do is I go for a run.
That's
like,
also
for
good.
example, on, I think it was Thursday, I got a very bad message.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Tuesday. And I just went for run, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, my phone said that this whole day I walked 20 kilometers. Because I was very upset.
Mm-hmm. But that's actually also a very good way of handling your emotions, like exercise, and just, I think the best way is just to get it out of your system.
Yes.
Because then you don't have this thing where it bolts up and then you actually do stuff that you regret, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So running and just letting it out in like a good, like, I would say this is a healthy way of letting it out. Because you're also doing something for your body, like you move around.
It's not as healthy as having a conversation, but I guess it's
Yeah,
better than destroying things.
But the thing is also having a conversation. Normally
Doesn't
it's better
always
if you... it helps, but you have to be normally in like a calm like mood. Like when you're angry, like anger normally makes... Like it's just an emotion.
Yeah.
And I think normally you have to get... not completely rid of... You have to let it out. The anger needs to go first before you can have like a good conversation about stuff, because your rational thinking is not working. Or it's more like anger, I'm right, and the other person is wrong. And when the other person says something which you don't align with, then it can make you more angry.
Yeah.
And therefore it's good that before you talk with the person, that the anger gets a little bit resolved.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what was the next point? Major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change. Dealing with stress, I'm learning still. Adapting to change. Yeah. I like my apartment.
I know.
Yeah. Lack of empathy for others? Depends.
Yeah, it depends on the person sometimes.
Depends on the person, yeah. If I don't like the person from the beginning, then I don't even try, I guess. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't care.
You did try with your Julia.
Yeah, but then I gave up.
I have a feeling you don't usually give up.
Might be.
Yeah.
Might be.
Okay.
Okay. So now that we analyzed each other very deeply and saw that we are completely opposite in this way. I'm not Martin. You might be Martin.
Yeah. So.
Maybe both of us are Kurt.
Don't say that.
No?
Don't say that. No.
You don't want to get eaten by Martin? Would you like to get eaten at some point in your life?
Is this still part of the psychological assessment?
I'm just curious.
What? We have it on record now. Maybe I just kill you.
No, I didn't say I kill you. I said I was just curious.
I understood. I just kill you. Listen back, editing Mindy.
In the next episode, there will be no Sam anymore because I ate her.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested in
what?
I can't say that on the podcast. Not even if it's E-rated, but yeah. I think about how to phrase it, but
I think there are no good ways.
I don't know how to phrase it. So I will just say no comment.
No comment. Okay. Let's continue and see what Martin says to this.
So, the last thing he said was, "They say I have a lack of empathy for others and I don't learn from mistakes or punishments. Are you scared of me?" I'm not scared of you, but I do think you are playing with me. You won't get any favors from me just because you're pretty.
Oh, he's pretty. He Kurt thinks he's pretty.
I am not playing.
I like that he's not denying the pretty.
I am pretty, but I am not playing.
I can imagine Martin actually doing
saying
this.
Like that,
doing it also with the finger motion, like,
Okay. Kurt coughed again, and this time more blood came out.
Okay, he's just dying though.
Yeah. Martin stared at the blood-soaked tissue. "How long?" he asked. "A year if I'm lucky. 3 months if I'm not." Then I sure hope you are lucky,
Oh no.
Martin said. Kurt looked into his eyes, searching for the malice that was to be expected, but wavered as he couldn't find it. What do you want, Martin? He asked carefully. Maybe the evil was buried even deeper than he had anticipated. He had to be careful. He had to focus. Kurt blinked. Martin gave a humorless laugh. People always want, but they never give. Not me. Then, what do you want to give me? Kurt asked, unimpressed. An offer you cannot refuse. Which offer? I can tell you what happened on September 29th. I know who is responsible for what happened. I just need to get out of here and to get something done first. But I can solve this for you. All the color drained from Kurt's face as realization settled in. You are lying. I would never lie to you, Martin said. Let me help you. I can't. All the air seemed to leave Kurt's lungs. I promise I can help you. When the older man stood up hurriedly, the floor beneath his feet caved in. For a few seconds, the world around him went black. Kurt stumbled and Martin stepped forward and caught him.
Now they're hugging.
This was the cutest way to say it. I hope the microphone picked it up. Mindy just said, are they hugging?
Like this was the first comment after everything right now. Should we first continue or should we?
We can let it sink in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have some comments actually.
Okay.
So I guess Martin has cancer or something, and he only has to live like for 1 year, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how Martin wants to help him. Like Martin says that there happened something on September 29th, and he knows who is responsible for what happened. We don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this date.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to get something done first. But I can solve this for you. What exactly?
It's a case, and he wants to give him peace.
Because it's like something...
He's dying, and he wants to know the answer before he dies.
Okay. Maybe something that happened also in Kurt's personal life, maybe?
Yeah. Perhaps.
Okay, so this is a way of how he wants to help.
Yeah, he wants to help, but he wants to get out also.
Okay. And this is also the reason why maybe he's like nice to Kurt and also caught him and hugged him now.
And is holding him now.
He's holding him, stroking his beautiful curly hair. From Kurt.
Martin has the curly hair.
Kurt is just like having his hand also. But, I always wanted to touch your hair.
It's so curly.
This is such an emotional scene, by the way, and we are both like...
Yeah. I mean, okay, but I'm glad it's an emotional scene because those are 2 new characters and it's great that you already got attached to them.
Yes, you included like all of these small details also about like Kurt's life or something, which give like the characters more
depth.
Yes. Okay, let's see what happens next.
Just tired and hungry. His head hurt like hell as stars danced in front of his eyes.
Wait, you didn't say this one, I guess.
Oh.
I wanted to.
The mouse doesn't work for us. Okay, let me start from above. When the older man stood up hurriedly, the floor beneath his feet caved in. For a few seconds, the world around him went black. Kurt stumbled, and Martin stepped forward and caught him. Careful, officer! Oh, His voice was like silk. Maybe, okay, this was not... Minnie was just drinking. This was perfect, okay.
Again, like in a very
Let me do... this voice, but in silk. Let me try again.
It will be completely different, I guess.
Careful, officer.
Oh.
His voice was like silk. Are you okay?
Oh.
Okay.
We should do some ASMR, I guess, at some point.
I'm up for it.
Nice.
Maybe April 1st next year.
Oh!
It's always a thing where YouTubers do ASMR videos.
Okay.
Just to fuck with people. Okay. Just tired and hungry. His head hurt like hell as stars danced in front of his eyes, and he pressed them shut as his forehead leaned against the prisoner's shoulder.
Also, when we do ASMR, by the way.
Yeah.
You should go very, very near to the microphone.
Yes. Okay.
Sam is like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Okay, so also cute. His forehead leans against the prisoner's shoulder.
Yeah, he shut his eyes and he's leaning against him. Okay.
Oh, comfort.
Comfort. Yay.
Yay.
Then you should sleep and eat more. Some kid broke into my flat and stole the damn oven and the toaster. Now you know why he didn't call the police, because he is the police and he can't.
But
what?
Doesn't he know, like, wait, when you're the policeman,
yeah,
you can still.
Yeah, he can't handle the situation and he is too proud to ask other officers to help.
Because his stuff got stolen.
Yeah, his stuff got stolen, but who knows what happened exactly. Maybe you find out later.
Okay. Huh.
Embarrassing.
Martin is very not comforting anymore.
As Martin helped him to stand straight on his feet again, Kurt's files suddenly were no longer held together by the paperclip. Martin hid the little item in his sleeve before he touched Kurt's chest, completely startling him.
Oh, why are you? In the beginning you said it was like not your intention to write Martin this way, but now it's getting more and more into this direction.
I just consider this. I lied to you.
I'm very glad that you lied to me.
Okay. You need to rest, Kurt. I'm fine. Kurt whispered, clearly not being fine. You are a bad liar, Martin said. Kurt's heart was beating fast, and if it was from anger or something else, he did not know. Above their heads, Jim was crawling through the ventilation system, completely lost. Crawling sounds could be heard, then a bang. That's you now.
Damn it. Okay, I have to get into like the gym mood.
Are you not in a gym mood right now?
No, I have to concentrate. But I actually really like this like scene change kind of. Mm-hmm. Like Kurt and Martin are like
holding each
yeah. Very emotionally still.
Martin has his hand placed on Kurt's chest and yeah.
And it's like and Kurt is like still like, oh, these curls from your hair. They're so fluffy. Nice that we both had like the same. Yeah. He has like a sheep style hair, like
yeah,
just very fluffy hair. Mm-hmm. And then very out of the mood. Like Jim was like, ouch! Ah! Where should I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Curse you, human ventilation system!
Came a muffled voice from somewhere above
Wait. Curse you, human ventilation system!
Came a muffled voice from somewhere above them. Kurt and Martin didn't break eye contact. Told you so, Martin said with a sly grin. Looks like you won't be lonely in your cell tonight after all.
Maybe I will be there. Watch him.
Okay.
This can be...
Scroll. I'd prefer different company. Martin replied quietly. Then he raised both his wrists and, still without breaking eye contact, Kurt put the handcuffs back on him. Somewhere behind them, Jim broke through the ceiling and landed on the ground.
Gross!
He had to cough from the debris. Leaning more on Martin than leading him away, Kurt walked over and picked Jim up from the ground by his arm. Where do you think you were going?
So Jim landed in the same room.
Yeah.
He just wanted to escape.
Yeah. The two men have this moment, and in the background behind them, just an alien is breaking through the ceiling, cursing loudly.
I love the scene.
Okay.
I wasn't going anywhere. I just got lost.
Jim lied. Without another word, Kurt brought both prisoners back to their cell. Back inside, Jim had to wear a long chain like a leash, which didn't help his foul mood and would make escaping a lot more difficult.
I will never get out of here.
Jim complained in an uncharacteristically depressive tone of defeat as soon as Kurt had disappeared again.
Oh, so he's more depressed, okay.
Yeah. You won't, but I will. Martin raised the paperclip triumphantly before he reached between the bars to pick the lock.
Oh, but he can, like, when he opens the lock, Jim can just also escape.
No, he has the leash.
Oh, true, okay. Oh, damn it.
That's why he has the leash.
Oh,
He can squeeze through the bars, and Jim is still captured, but Martin can get out.
Damn it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just drink something.
What?
Mini break. Just a drinking break.
Okay,
It's really good until now. Like,
thank you.
why is it always like old men
I don't know.
and serial killers? I see there's like a specific type that we like to ship, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm still single.
You just like
Old men and serial killers. So, if you're either of those, hit me a DM on Instagram.
do you think, like, how old do we think is Kurt? Quite old, right? Or 50, yes? He also has a daughter?
No, he said he had been living in this thing in the house for 60 years.
Mm.
But he still lives with his mother, so you can assume he's 60. He was born there and he still lives there.
Okay.
And I think it was said that Martin is in his mid-30s, actually.
Oh, so there's quite a difference, but I
Doesn't
think
matter because
the older
they're
you
both
are,
adults.
yeah, the older you are, the less it matters.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just stretch a little bit. Not everyone on YouTube can see that I'm stretching myself.
Bone
Just for the
cracking
listener.
ASMR.
Oh, yeah. No, I cannot do it right now.
I can.
Damn it, that was a small crack. You can hear it, right?
Okay.
We can try some ASMR right now. Hello?
This is for the Patreons only.
Oh no. Okay. Let's continue.
Yay.
Where's my mouse? Whoop whoop.
Whoop.
So.
Okay.
Oh, it continues. Can you?
Yeah, it's a card chapter. It's a card chapter.
Perfect.
As he sat at the dinner table, Kurt assembled all his pills in front of him. He had forgotten to take them in the morning. Now he color-coded them before taking them in his fist and swallowing them all at once, drowning them with a pint of beer.
He color-coded them? Doesn't it mean that he's like, has like morning, afternoon, night pills? Or is it only
No,
different?
in my imagination, I should have wrote it more specifically down. He has morning, lunch, and dinner pills, but he forgot to eat all of them.
Yeah.
So he puts them on a table, and then he puts all the red ones in a heap. He puts all the blue ones in a heap, and then
he takes maybe
he takes all of them at once.
But you have like, for example, you have the blue pills and the red pills.
Yeah,
in a pile, and then he takes only one of each, maybe.
No, he takes all of them.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a lot of pills. How was school? Kurt asked his daughter, who had been watching him with a mixture of envy and disgust.
Envy? Why envy?
Because she wants beer.
Ah! I was just like, she's looking at the pills like...
Damn!
Damn! Why am I not old enough yet to be sick and get pills every day? Or maybe she takes drugs in secret. She's like, oh, give it to me.
Maybe. Who knows? Did you do your homework?
Wait, you read this one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Marcy didn't even react to the question. Did you do your homework?
Yes.
Marcy lied.
So this is Marcy's father.
Yeah.
Situation. Wait, they are living. So Marcy, her dad, and I think there was mentioned a grandma.
Yeah.
Not the wife.
No.
Was not mentioned.
No
Okay,
wife.
okay.
The wife has died.
Yes.
Now he's in love with Martin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I would like to ship them, but there are some kind of complications in their relationship, I would say. Which make it hard.
Okay.
And, okay, that's interesting. Also explains a little bit of her behavior, I guess.
Yeah.
Being a little bit angry and also...
Sad. And also having absent parents, basically. Her mom, also she doesn't have a mom, and her dad is working all the time to provide for his mother and his daughter.
And she can see also that he's very sick.
Yeah.
Like he's not hiding it or something.
No.
He cannot hide it.
He cannot hide it at this point.
Yeah.
How was the tutoring thing? He asked again, hoping for any sort of acknowledgement. She groaned.
The children are so weird. I don't want to go back.
If you want to buy a car when you turn 18, you need to...
earn money,
she said in a defeated tone. Learn responsibility.
I don't want to go back tomorrow.
She lowered her fork and pouted. It can't be that awful.
It's like they have a tournament on who could be the worst child.
He disliked the dismissive tone in her voice. Okay, now I'm curious. What is actually happening at that tuition thing?
Tuition thing? So she's actually tutoring children.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because she
what
wants
is
to
tuition thing?
That tuition thing. The thing she is tutoring. The way I did it in school was on a freiwilligen Basis. Ehrenamtlich.
You did it not for money.
Yeah, I didn't do it for money. I did it for the conscience.
Yes, you just helped out.
Yeah, we had this thing where kids went to who had a migrating background, so whose parents didn't speak German and they really did need help and they didn't have enough money to pay for actual tutoring. So we went into a room beneath the library, actually, and it was just a group of children and then a group of us. Sophia was also there. For example.
Okay.
And I think the person Marcy is based on also went a few times, actually.
A few times only, okay.
Yeah.
As a tutor.
As a tutor, yes.
Okay.
We all were tutors in my age range. And it was a huge room, and then you could pick a child and help them with their homework.
Pick your poison, I would say.
Yes, I mean, you have to pick a child because I knew I'm good at math. I can help with math. I can help with German, and I cannot help with French. At least not when I was younger. No, also not, I think, but yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And Marcy is going to like a similar thing. And she does it also not for money, right?
No, she does it for money because
she wants to earn money and she wants to get a car. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not the same. She's just tutoring for money. Having a part-time job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we? Marcy leaned back and crossed her arms.
That one kid with the green eyes keeps talking about eliminating all humans. And the other kid with the hazel brown hair, who is also our damn neighbor, had tried to mug me on the street the day before. Just to give you two examples.
He looked over to his mother for help. But Caroline acted like she wasn't even there, knitting some socks quietly.
Wait, in the class that Marcy... it's actually Mindy? Okay.
Mindy and Paula are there.
Mindy and Paula, okay.
For
so
example,
Paula is
and they are
talking.
the worst kids. Yeah.
I can imagine this. Okay, because the first time when Marcy saw Mindy, it seemed like they didn't know each other.
Maybe. They do now.
No. Okay. Because she just started doing it, or?
It sounds like she just started doing it.
Okay.
Or Mindy just went there for the first time because she's also not been there for a long time at the school.
True.
She did change schools and afterwards.
Yeah, and she was hanging up like the missing posters for Lisa all the time. Okay.
And now she's behind in math.
Now she has to do some work, yes. Yeah. So Caroline is the grandma.
Yeah. She hadn't touched her cold dinner yet, and it seemed like she hadn't even noticed her son and granddaughter. You'll find a way to deal with it, Kurt said, failing to sound motivational.
I really don't want to.
I really don't want to, though.
Whoa. Cannot do the TH anymore.
No, it's okay. I really don't want to, Dad!
Oh, yeah, I can say this one. I really don't want to, Dad.
You are going back to work tomorrow.
I hate it there.
Here.
Oh, and here. There and here. Oh my gosh.
Marcy mumbled as she pushed her chair back to leave. What did you say?
I said, I hate it here.
Marcy repeated and stomped into her room, banging the door shut behind her.
Actually, Marcy's getting now some time, which is quite nice to get some background on her.
Mm-hmm.
Because our goal to ship her with Trudy at some point in an alternative universe is still in work, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Marcy had locked herself in her room. Even after her father knocked for several minutes, she didn't open the door. When the clock struck 4 in the evening, he gave up.
I was just standing there 1 hour, just like knocking all the time. Open it. Open. Can you open the door? I have nothing else to do today.
Yeah.
Did you have like... Do you have a lock? For your room?
For my room?
Yes.
I wasn't allowed to.
Okay. Because I remember I had one time where I actually had a lock for my room. Which was like this lock which you can slide.
Ah.
And then you
really can't open.
Yes, like once I had like where you can close the door with a key.
Mm-hmm.
And once where you had like this slide. Like
for
where
your
you can
kids'
open the
room.
Yeah, for my own room actually.
Oh, okay.
Which was quite nice.
I wasn't allowed to. One time I took all the furniture and pushed them in front of the door. That's how I had to lock myself in.
Yeah, in another apartment I did like similar things because there I didn't have a lock. So I was like, okay, leave me alone. And when you come inside, I push you out or something. Okay. So Marcy actually had one.
Not knowing what else to do, Kurt re-entered the kitchen. Let me help you wash the dishes. His mother shook her head.
You are not doing them the right way. Sit, Kurt. Was this
Yeah,
grandma like?
it's okay. Okay, Mom. Kurt let himself fall on the chair in the kitchen.
No! Is it her?
Yeah, it is her.
I saw the green bear again.
Caroline said. Okay, Mom. Kurt said, tiredness in his voice.
He's often in the park. Doesn't it sound suspicious? With all the kids disappearing?
Anyone can go to the park, Mom.
You were late today.
Work was awful.
You forgot to bring eggs.
We can't eat eggs because we have no utilities to...
Then take care of it. I'm tired of eating cold food.
I'm tired too, Mom.
This conversation is like... You're just like, okay, Mom, I saw a green bear. No, Caroline, like...
Caroline is like, I saw the green bear again.
I think he thinks that she's like just old and says weird things, right?
Yeah.
When she says like, I see a green bear.
He might have kidnapped a child. No, absolutely not.
No. It's the best police officer I've ever seen.
Caroline sighed as she dried the last plate. More softly, she said,
I didn't mean...
Could you appreciate me for at least a little bit?
I told you this morning to not forget the eggs.
She lied. I don't remember. Kurt yelled and then he covered his face with his hands. She frowned as she finally turned around to look at him.
You look terrible. You should go to bed.
Kurt would have loved to storm out of the room like his daughter, but his legs wouldn't carry him. And then they carried him to the bathroom. The effort made him cough again. When he opened his eyes, blood was in the sink. Yeah.
This is so sad.
But also, yay, Floppy!
Let's do it! Floppy! Yay! Woohoo! Woohoo, Floppy. And, you also said that, okay, it's the continuous, but
Yeah.
assumption.
Assumption.
This chapter is called The Bad Neighbor.
Yeah.
This is in connection to Mindy.
Yeah.
And you said this chapter is also a chapter about Kurt. So I guess we will read a little bit more about him.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe also about his death.
About what?
About his death.
His death.
Yes. No? No? Okay.
He has like 3 months left at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting him to get eaten by Martin in a few seconds. So I was like...
No.
I always assume the worst. Okay.
He estimated that he had gotten a total of 20 minutes of sleep before he got forcefully pulled out of a dream based on a very particular occasion that day. His phone rang, but he ignored it. I could appreciate you. The noise of loud music didn't let him fall back asleep. I can tell you what happened on September 29th. September 29th. The day his son had died. Kurt had never found out what had happened. His eyes filled with tears. Remember in the very beginning, he couldn't imagine to lose another child.
Yeah, it was mentioned that one child died, but I was assuming like maybe with the mother or something during the birth.
No.
But now it seems like his son got killed or something.
Yeah, because it's written there.
It says that his son had died.
On September 29th, yes.
Yes, it doesn't say that he got killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in this way it goes. And I don't think that it's actually... He knows, like, where his son goes to school and something. He's his father, so...
Yeah.
And I don't think that Jim killed the son.
Where would you think that?
Because then he would know, right? Because Jim got in prison because he killed, like, this 20 children.
So, yeah, yes, of course. maybe it was a side hustle.
Do I see a hole in the story?
No, it doesn't have to be Jim.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, Lucy also. And she
could be Lucy.
didn't
It could
got-
be someone completely different from the story. Who knows? Maybe Martin did it.
Oh my gosh!
Who knows? It's not written down, but it would be funny. No, it would not be funny. But
Oh my... Yes! It makes...
I know what happened because I did it.
This would be so funny! Eh?
But then we can't ship them anymore if he's the one who killed the son. Or can we?
I think you can.
I think we can. But
I think it will be very
let's decide
conflicting,
later.
and I think it will be very interesting also to see. Because our main ship is still like Walter and Floopy, but
there's another ship now.
there's another ship, but it's getting more conflicting.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because when he really figures out that maybe Martin killed his son and ate him.
Yeah.
Woo! And he's in love with him.
Yeah.
Oh yes, develop the relationship to a part where Martin also feels like guilty about it.
Yeah.
And then don't want to talk about it anymore. And then, I don't know,
Yeah.
he got out and then he lies about it. And then Kurt is on the way
Yeah.
to capture maybe Walter or something. I don't know. Like, yeah, this guy Walter was a famous scientist who he did it. I don't care.
Or what if I have another idea, which is even better.
Do you want to tell us, or do you already have the idea to write it down and to make it a surprise?
I think it would be better if I write it down, but I have an idea. Oh god.
Uh-oh. Okay. I like that this leads to
More ideas.
more ideas in intermediate chapters. Okay, let's see. So he's crying. He's thinking about
His
son.
eyes filled with tears. It was too warm. His thoughts spun around in his head. He felt paralyzed. Next door, another anime was playing. Something about an orphan girl who lived in an orphanage until she went on a horrible adventure. Something about a curse was happening, and Kurt cursed out loud. Then he coughed up blood again. Which anime is it?
I think I know which one is it.
Which one is it? You always pronounce it wrong.
We also watch it together? No.
No,
think
but you
so.
talk about it a lot and you always pronounce it wrong. And it hurts a little when you
The
say
Promised Neverland.
No. No?
Oh, then it's
No.
not? Okay.
No.
It's not really an orphan. It could be an orphan. But okay, it's not...
Write in the comments if you can figure it out. Maybe
Yeah.
you also beep out the other thing and let just people figure out what it is, what the other anime is.
Yes. So if anyone knows, write it in
us.
the comments. Like
maybe you win something, I don't know. We decide
Our-
when someone writes.
our excessive admiration, I would say.
Yeah, for example. Maybe you win a fanfiction. Okay. Not being able to breathe, he finally crawled out of bed and to the window, which he opened with shaking fingers. Something was weird. He could hear the laughter of two young girls more loudly. His phone kept ringing, but he didn't take the call. When something caught his attention, he sniffed out the window. Why does it smell like fish? He mumbled to himself. Something suspicious was happening over there. His instincts told him that it wasn't legal. Then he noticed the shadow outside the house and his heart skipped a beat.
Should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk later.
But when he blinked, it was gone again. For a ridiculous moment, he had hoped to see dark brown eyes lurking back at him. I'd prefer different company. Kurt leaned against the wall next to the window and let himself slide to the floor.
Can you also say it like once very closely to the microphone?
Oh, for fuck's sake. This one's just for you, Mindy.
Yes! It will be very funny when
I'd prefer different company. She's keeping that line.
Listen to it every time when I go to bed.
Yeah. Okay. Kurt leaned against the wall next to the window and let himself slide to the floor. He wondered if the warm feeling he felt was love or just his sickness eating him alive. I would never lie to you. No, wait a second.
You can just stay there.
I would never lie to you. Kurt would never know that Martin had been the only person that day that had been completely honest with him. He thought that maybe he was going insane. Maybe the pills for his heart and the pills for his liver and the pills for his head were fucking with his brain. Suddenly, he let out a short laugh. Kurt couldn't believe he gave the paperclip to Martin.
He gave it to him?
Yeah.
But didn't steal Martin it just?
He didn't steal it. The paperclip wasn't on the papers anymore, and then it was in Martin's hand.
He took it off and gave it to him.
Yeah, he took the paperclip off and gave it to him.
It was not so clear when I read it.
Yeah, that's why it wasn't clear. Now it is clear. He took it off and he gave it to him.
Oh my gosh!
When he fainted a little and he caught him and they had a lot of contact and then
they
he
had
gave
a
it
moment.
over. Yeah. So it couldn't be seen on the camera. It looks like he stole it, but actually he gave it to him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this.
Slowly, he opened the dresser and reached for a bottle before he took another pill against the pain. Taking a deep breath, he closed his eyes as cool, fresh air of a starless night entered the room. He imagined not growing old alone. He imagined the case from the 29th of September getting solved. He imagined walking along the shore, hand in hand. A smile, a laugh, someone who wouldn't lie to him. Someone who would appreciate him. Dazed, he remembered that the person existed. Reality and hope mixed to a dream as he drifted back to sleep. Not longer knowing what was real, he heard his voice in his head. I could appreciate you. The phone rang and someone knocked at his door, but he didn't hear. And right before he slipped into unconsciousness, Kurt felt a little happy.
Oh my gosh, it's the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
This was so... You could really feel like how he feels. There was one part where I actually wanted to say something. Where was it again? He was looking out of the window. He opened it. And actually, okay, is he living in a house and the neighbor is just like one house next to him? Or is it like he's living in an apartment and the neighbor is above him or under him?
I think it makes more sense if he lives like we live, and that's why he... Or I can...
Because he sees like the silhouette of like, I guess, Mindy? What was it again?
No, he doesn't see the silhouette of Mindy.
He noticed a shadow outside the house.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was only when he opens the window, there was only this smell of fish, and it doesn't matter like if it was like from the house next. Yeah. I think it makes more sense to say, okay, the people are living above him. I think
or
that's
next
the way.
To him in the same floor.
Yeah. Or next to him?
Yeah.
So not in a different house, because then I think you have to turn on the volume very loud.
Maybe Mindy can do that.
But then I guess also other neighbors get really distracted. Upset. And he opens the window and then he smells fish, which is actually illegal here to have, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this fish smuggling thing where all of the fish from the lake was extinguished.
Went extinct.
And they had to import fish, but it was illegal because of some kind of regulation, I guess.
Yeah.
But Mindy is in this business now.
Yeah.
She already...
looking for another way to go to prison.
Yeah. Is that also the reason why she's now living next to a police officer? Was this her goal from the beginning, or was she already living there?
No.
Okay.
She didn't move.
Ah, okay. And, yeah, in general, the scene is very sad, but also has like this, how can you say, this bittersweet feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad for him and his regret in something. And he's taking way too many pills, by the way.
Yeah.
And drinking a bottle.
Maybe
I hope it's water.
Maybe this time it's water.
Because otherwise I can assume that he's like not waking up anymore. When he ate too many pills and like a snack and just a little bit of drink. Cannot speak anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes people do that when they forget to take their pills in the morning and at lunch, that they take all of them in the evening. My grandma always used to say, I don't want to forget to take my pills later, that I take all of them in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, Granny, don't.
Don't. Yeah, like the thing that I wanted to say was more like the bottle. I was assuming maybe he's also drinking alcohol, and this combination would be not good.
Yeah, don't do that, kids.
Yeah, don't. I hope no kids are listening to this, actually. Every one of you should be over 18, I guess. Or
we hope.
Or read like our disclaimer about the episode.
Yeah.
Read the disclaimer about it. Yeah. I really like this chapter.
Thank you.
It was a ride of emotions with a character I had no idea about before.
Yeah.
Like, because he was just introduced. Martin is now... I have to show you, like, the anime episode that I was mentioning about. For the people, we have now 3 animes which you can guess in our comment section. Also on Spotify, we are now able to include questions and, how can you say, polls. And I will also include the question there.
Oh, yeah, cool.
You can also answer there. I will give you some hints. And yeah, it was really nice. We recorded now for 2 hours.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Sam?
I put a lot of my pain into this chapter.
I can see your pain.
Yeah.
I hope that it helped you also in, how's it called? Getting the pain out a little bit.
Not really.
Isn't it that writing helps in a way?
I feel like writing about sad things doesn't make the sad go away. You just keep it because you have to edit it and you have to read over it again and change things and make it flow and just edit it and then read it out loud again and then read it out with your best friend again.
And then analyze it in deep with your best friend.
So you're more confronted with the pain, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
but when you have a happy chapter or things that make you happy, you're confronted with this happiness and it makes you happy again. But when you see sad things, it makes you sad again. That's my issue with. Sometimes it helps to write something to get it out of your system and then, I don't know, upload it to AO3 and never look at it again. I did that a few times. I also wrote something... Yeah, no, let's not talk about that. But I wrote something very weird and then I just uploaded it and then it's out of my mind and I will never read it again. Maybe it helps someone else. And I actually got messages that said it helped someone else. And I was like, okay.
Oh.
That's quite weird of you, but thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. But reading it like that doesn't really help. The next chapter should be happier again.
Yeah, you can decide. I have nothing against like sad stories or something.
Okay.
But you should also do it in like your like
pace.
If you want to do it or not. Like if it helps you or not.
Yeah.
It's a really good chapter.
Thank you.
It has like you can feel like the vibe from Kurt everywhere. It's like everywhere this underlying a little bit sad, depressed vibe. So and also like I don't know. when you're sad and you're actually reading like a sad story or something, or even when you're like happy, I still think it helps like other people in a way. Like for me, when I was very sad, I didn't read like happy stories. I was like, I want to read sad stories. I want someone who can understand my pain, I would say. And then when there was like a story who I could connect with, then I felt like, okay, there's like one person out in the world who can actually understand what I'm going through. Even when my current friends cannot.
Yeah.
It had like this weird connection. I know that it's maybe better not to delve more into the sadness and more into it, but maybe in one moment it helps you in getting like some kind of connection to another person.
Yeah. I see what you mean, and I hear this often also from other friends. But it doesn't work for me because I will start to spiral even worse if I start reading sad stories, and that's why I don't usually do it. And especially when I feel very down and very stressed and sad, I cannot read sad things because for me it will make it worse.
Yeah, I think for me now it's also different. Like this was me like when I was a child more, and I know that it made me sometimes more sad, and I had like a very negative view. And now, when I feel sad, or let's talk, for example, I had a hard day in university, like yesterday, for example.
Yes.
I had a meeting, several hours, it didn't work, I was very frustrated afterwards. I wrote you a message without smileys, I guess.
Yeah, and you wrote a message with an angry smiley, and I was like, oh shit.
No stuff is happening. I was so frustrated because something didn't work, and kind of wasted some hours. And I just came back home, and Sam actually gave me the advice, which I actually used also for myself normally.
It wasn't really an advice. I was just like, I know you will do this anyway.
Yeah, you know me good.
Down.
And actually, I was just watching some anime, and sometimes it helps me. It really depends. Like when I'm very angry or something, or frustrated, then sometimes I watch some kind of horror anime or something, just like to get it. I don't know, to see other pain. To see the pain from others kind of reduces my own pain. It's very weird. Yeah. Then I feel like, oh yeah, my life is not as bad. Because the characters in the story have like stuff worse happening to them. And sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I just want to distract myself, have some peace and calm down. Then I'm just like actually watching slice of life anime. Which are like very calm, really cozy, and sometimes with very cute characters just happening. I know it's not for everyone. Some people say like, oh, slice of life, there's nothing happening. And that's the reason for them. They are really peaceful and relaxing. And that's the reason why I kind of watch them when I'm really stressed.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I think the border, like when I want to watch something because I'm frustrated or stressed, and when I want to watch something which is really bad and sad and depressing, or something which is like really happy and nothing happens and really cute, it's really hard to find like the line.
Yeah.
What do you want to watch afterwards? Or what do you want to do with your emotions?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess now I'm not reading as many sad stories as I did when I was young.
Okay.
But I write more horror.
Yeah, I know.
And then you just go away. Yeah, I know. Bye. Sam leaves my room. Bye. Yeah. Okay. And this was very interesting. I wonder where this actually leads to. And then I wonder why actually Mindy is just watching anime all night with Paula. Just like not sleeping at all.
Maybe she sleeps while the anime is in the background. Maybe she needs the noise. Maybe she can't sleep without. I know. This is not you in the story. This is not me in the story. I'm not doing too well right now, and I can't sleep if I don't have a podcast on. It doesn't work. As soon as I did a timer that it closes the podcast after an hour or something. As soon as I don't have any noise in my ears anymore, I wake up. I can't sleep anymore.
Okay, I found it very interesting. I find it very interesting because I know some people, also my mom, for example, she cannot sleep without a television. And also the mom from Meg actually does the same.
Ah, okay.
Like, for example, when we came back from the marriage at 3 a.m.
Wedding!
Wedding!
Please say wedding!
Why was I saying marriage? I married. Okay,
Sorry.
so we came back very late at 3 a.m. where you could see the house complex. Like, everywhere it was dark.
Yeah.
And then there was, like, the room from his mom, and there were, like, flashing of lights, a television light and something. And she's sleeping with the television on the whole night.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. And I guess also for my mom, it's like she cannot deal with silence.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. So I assume it's more like this. And I had one time where I had the same feeling in Japan, actually. It was the first time that I had it, because normally I cannot sleep when there's like anything on or something, because I feel distracted. But in Japan, I had one phase of my life, I would say, like 3 months or something, where I also put on some kind of help me sleep podcast or something, which was actually working.
Yeah.
But then it stopped again.
Yeah.
So I could feel a little bit how it is. And I guess for me it was also like a hard time where I didn't want to think about my thoughts or anything. So I was like, okay, so that I don't think about my thoughts, I have to listen to something else.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear my thoughts for the past 25 years.
Oh no! Yeah, I think it's just I think a lot of people have this actually.
Yeah.
Also another friend of mine loves, like, also listens to podcasts before going to sleep. I think it's just a thing also.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like, you can sleep over tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you can see if you still hear the voices in my room, which is completely silent.
The voices tell me to do things. I just clean the whole room while you
Yeah! Oh, this would be so awesome, like in the next morning, like, why is everything shining?
Yeah. Why is it clean? What?
Why is it clean?
Why don't my feet stick to the floor?
Nice. Okay, now that we settled this.
Okay. I actually have my sleeping pants on. This is exactly what I wore when I slept in the tent.
Perfect, now you're prepared.
I'm prepared. I don't need a bag. I don't need blankets. I can just sleep like
I
that.
have enough blankets for you. I also have a sofa, so no problem.
Yay! Whoop whoop! Pajama party!
Pajama party! Yeah. And now that I invited spontaneously Sam to sleep in my apartment,
Yay.
I also washed all of my clothes yesterday. So
yes,
you can also have like a fresh pajama.
No, thank you. Okay.
Top.
Okay.
Pajama top. I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's very funny to see the laundry.
Yeah, my laundry.
Yeah, it's very black. It's just a bunch of black clothes.
With some white pieces in between, which are normally socks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are kind of distracted right now.
Yep. More stuff for Patreon.
More stuff on Patreon. Or for the story. Depends. And we have...
What do you think will happen next? Do you wish for anything to happen next? For the next intermediate chapter? Do you have a wish, Mindy? Or are you wishless happy?
Let me think. I actually like the idea that Martin killed 8.
The
son.
Okay.
But you don't have to make it a wish. It's just an idea that I like.
Yeah.
You can decide. You have another idea.
Dude,
so.
I have a better idea.
Okay, if you have a better idea, please do it. I trust you.
Yeah.
And let me think. So for the next intermediate chapter, can I do a wish? Can I actually do a wish?
You can actually do a wish.
Okay, I would like to have Claire introduced.
Claire?
Claire.
Okay.
Doing cheerleader stuff.
You will laugh, but she's already in the next chapter.
Eh?
Yeah.
You already?
Yeah, I'm already writing on the next chapter. But
Nice.
It's fun. But okay, cheerleader stuff. This is not in it. This can happen. It's okay.
Okay. then my wish will already happen. Nice.
Yeah.
Apart from this,
Okay.
yeah, we already talked about what could happen, maybe.
Yeah.
I think apart from this, now
Yeah.
on YouTube everyone can see, but if you want to see more of us, we are on social media.
Yes, Instagram is going well right now.
Yes, we are uploading
A lot of stuff.
very regularly, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of, actually now also lunch pictures and dinner pictures.
Yes,
We
and
are following our concert again.
it finally works to upload a bunch of things and then Instagram uploads it at different times, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah, you can schedule
This-
now.
Yeah,
our
I can
posts.
schedule now thanks to Julia, unfortunately. Okay. We are also on Tumblr.
Fiction After Lunch,
Yeah, I have some fun things over there. We are on YouTube.
where you can see all the animations and also
Shorts.
podcast episodes, shorts. Also Fiction After Lunch.
Yeah, and animations and yeah.
As I said in the beginning.
Yeah, as you said first, but I want to emphasize it again because it will come out soon. Another thing. Good. Okay,
Good.
good.
Going back to German right now.
Twitter.
Fiction and Lunch,
We are also on Patron and Ko-Fi.
where you can support us, and we also
Yes,
change our
first-
plans, I guess.
Yes, we changed our plans. We set the goal a bit lower. One person also donated already. Thank you so much to Lillian Ashcroft.
Thank you. It was
Thank
very
you.
nice of you. Yeah, we changed our goal on Ko-fi because we had some discussion today and yesterday
Yes.
about our current goal, which was
Too high.
it was too high, and it was just getting a laptop, but it felt more like one-sided, and so we decided, because Sam is working a lot with Canva.
Yeah.
We decided that it might be very reasonable to have the next goal to get a subscription of it
Mhm.
for 1 year, which might be very good because we can use it for thumbnails, also a little bit for video editing and intro and outro making, I guess.
Yeah, also for posts.
Also for posts, so it might be more like our social media style. It could be improved by it. You already use it, like for Instagram.
I
Like the
already
free
use it
version.
for Instagram a lot. And I could also use it for art in general. It could help with the animations
Hmm.
I've seen. And yeah, if we get it, it would also help out some friends.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
So we would also share, so it would be a good thing, all in all.
Yes, I guess it would be for 5 persons, right?
Yes, it's for 5 persons. We'll see some people from the animation team, probably.
Hmm. Yeah, I think they could also use it. So it's
Yeah.
not only for us; it's also like helping our, you could say, community or
Yeah.
people who we are collaborating with and who
Yeah.
are our friends. And yeah, please go take a look at it.
Yeah.
And decide what you want to decide.
Please rate and review wherever you can. This would be a huge help and we would really appreciate it. If you send us a screenshot of a 5-star review from wherever you could review and a prompt, Sam will write a little 500 to 750 word story for you, which we will read on the podcast. Prompt can be from season 1 or 2, or a fanfiction if we talked about the series before on the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think this is actually everything for today.
Yeah.
So, what should be our last sentence? I would never lie to you.
Ah,
Like,
this is.
it's an ASMR thing.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, should we do it?
Okay, fine.
Oh my gosh.
People who don't like it, I'm sorry.
Yes, people who don't like ASMR, please go now.
Okay. Thank you for listening.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. And
3, 2, 1. I would never lie to you.